Hello viewers, good morning. Myself I am K. Bhaskar. I am working as assistant professor in Department of Chemistry at SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. In this video presentation, we are going to continue our discussion on the synthesis based on carbon anions. This is the third video presentation on this topic, right? In our previous video presentations, we have covered the formation of carbon anions, structure and as well as stabilities of carbon anions. We have also discussed the preparations and properties of active methylene compound, that is acetoacetic ester, which is also known as ethyl acetoacetate. This is a very important valuable reagent in synthetic organic chemistry area. We use this reagent, that is acetoacetic ester, as an important tool in synthetic organic chemistry. Right? Now, in this class, we are going to learn about the synthetic applications of acetoacetic ester. Right? By the end of the video session, we are going to learn about the synthetic applications of acetoacetic ester. Right? In the previous class, we have covered this, that is reactions of acetoacetic ester due to the presence of active methylene group. Just now I told you that acetoacetic ester is an important tools in the hands of synthetic organic chemists. We use this acetoacetic ester in organic synthesis to prepare variety of compounds, to prepare variety of carboxylic acids as well as variety of ketones, that is methyl ketones. Right? Why do this acetoacetic ester is having such valuable synthetic importance? Because this acetoacetic ester is an example of active methylene compound. You can see in this, the methylene group is flanked on both sides with the two withdrawing groups. One is keto group, other side aceter group. Due to this, the methylene group is very reactive, thus which is commonly known as active methylene group. The compound is known as active methylene compound. The hydrogen atoms present on this active methylene group are relatively acidic. They can be easily replaced by treating them in presence of a base to give carbon anions. These carbon anions are resonance stabilized, therefore they can be easily further, upon treating with the alkyl halides, they will undergo alkylation at this position. Right? Because of this reason, our acetoacetic ester is having much synthetic importance in synthetic organic chemistry. And of course, our acetoacetic ester will also undergo two types of hydrolysis reactions. That is ketonic hydrolysis, another one is acidic hydrolysis. Right? In ketonic hydrolysis, when ethyl acetoacetate is heated in presence of dilute alkali or in presence of dilute acid, it will undergo hydrolysis, leading to the formation of keto as the main product. This hydrolysis takes place in two steps. Since in this hydrolysis keto is the main product, such hydrolysis we will name it as a ketonic hydrolysis. How to write the product in this reaction? Very simple. We have to hydrolyze the ester group, we have to cleave the bond, and we have to attach the OH group to the carbonyl carbon, hydrogen to the ethoxy group. Thereby we will get the ethanol as the side product, and the formed beta keto acid will undergo decarboxylation to lose carbon dioxide to give finally keto as the main product, right? Similarly, our acetoacetic ester will also undergo hydrolysis, that is acidic hydrolysis. That means ethyl acetate, upon heating in presence of a concentrated alkali or concentrated acid medium, hydrolysis takes place, leading to the formation of carboxylic acid, right? Since in this hydrolysis the main product formed is carboxylic acid, such hydrolysis we will call it as a acidic hydrolysis. And how to write the product? It is very easy. In this acid hydrolysis, the condition is concentrated. We have to break the two bonds at a ester group as well as at a carbonyl group, that is keto group. And hydroxy group should be attached to the carbonyl functional group, and hydrogen atom should be attached to the other side to give the carboxylic acid as the main product. Always here it may be noted that ethyl alcohol and acetic acid are the side products, right? Because of these two reactions, that is, one is reaction due to the presence of active methylene group, another is hydrolysis, which is of two types, that is ketonic and acidic hydrolysis. Our ethyl acetoacetate is having much synthetic importance. This is a very important tool in the hands of synthetic organic chemists. It is a most valuable synthetic reagent in synthetic organic chemistry area, right? Now let us try to discuss some synthetic applications of acetoacetic ester in preparing variety of compounds, right? This acetoacetic ester is very much helpful in synthesizing variety of carboxylic acids as well as methyl ketones, right? The first one is synthesis of carboxylic acids. Synthesis of carboxylic acids, right? In that we are going to discuss about the synthesis of monoalkyl carboxylic acids. You know, our acetoacetic ester is having active hydrogen, right? This active methylene group containing hydrogens are relatively acidic. In presence of base, they lose carbon anion. This formed carbon anion is residence stabilized. This in the second step undergoes alkylation at active methylene carbon to give monosubstituted monoalkyl acetoacetic ester. This monoalkyl acetoacetic ester will undergo acidic hydrolysis in presence of concentrated alkali or concentrated acid. Upon heating, we will get this carboxylic acid, right? Long chain carboxylic acid, alkyl substituted carboxylic acid as the main product. This is acidic hydrolysis, right? In the previous step, we have prepared the monoalkyl acetoacetic ester. With this monoalkyl acetoacetic ester, upon acid hydrolysis, we will get alkyl substituted acetic acid as the main product, right? And here is a question for you: how to prepare valeric acid from the acetoacetic ester? How to prepare valeric acid? You know, the structure of valeric acid is, it contains 5 carbons, right? It contains 5 carbons. This is called valeric acid. Actually, its IUPAC name is pentanoic acid. Its common name is valeric acid. This name is given based on the source, because we will get this valeric acid from the valerian flowers. This is the valeric acid. And now let us try to prepare the valeric acid. Just now we have synthesized the alkylated acetoacetic ester by subjecting the acetoacetic ester with the base followed by alkylation, which on acid hydrolysis we will get the alkyl substituted carboxylic acid as the product. Now if you replace this alkyl, you can see in this circle that circle having alkyl group, if we replace that R group with the N-propyl group, we will get the valeric acid. Yes or no? Yes. So that means if you take N-propyl as the alkyl group, we will get the valeric acid as the product. That means in this alkylation reaction, we will take propyl iodide, right? This acetoacetic ester, by treating with the base, we will get the anion. That anion upon propylation with the propyl iodide, we will get the propyl substituted acetoacetic ester, which will further undergoes hydrolysis to give valeric acid. That is acid hydrolysis. Always in acid hydrolysis, both the keto as well as ester group will undergo cleavage, and in this we will get carboxylic acid as the main product. The side products are acetic acid as well as ethanol, right? In this way, by taking propyl as the alkyl group, we will get the valeric acid, right? This is how we will prepare the valeric acid from the acetoacetic ester. And similarly, the second application, how to synthesize the dialkyl carboxylic acids, dialkyl acetic acid. Here, since this methylene group in the acetoacetic ester is having two hydrogens, we can replace these two hydrogen atoms by treating them with the base, followed by alkylation. We will get dialkyl acetoacetic ester. You see, in the first step, treating the compound with the base followed by alkylation, we will get monoalkyl acetoacetic ester. In the second step, further this monoalkyl acetoacetic ester, upon treating with the base followed by alkylation, we will get the dialkyl acetoacetic ester as the product. Yes, yes. This formed dialkyl acetoacetic ester upon hydrolysis, that is acid hydrolysis, acetic hydrolysis, in presence of concentrated alkali or in presence of concentrated acid, we will get this dialkyl acetic acid as the main product. Yes or no? Yes. Always it may be noted here that the side products are ethanol and as well as acetic acid. Since in this hydrolysis the main product is carboxylic acid, this is called as acid hydrolysis. So dialkyl substituted acetoacetic ester upon hydrolysis, we will get dialkyl acetic acid as the main product, right? And here is a question for you: how to prepare isobutyric acid? How to prepare isobutyric acid? And for that, we must know the structure of the isobutyric acid, which is also known as dimethyl acetic acid. Dimethyl acetic acid, right? This is isobutyric acid, dimethyl acetic acid, right? Just now we have prepared the dialkyl substituted acetoacetic ester by doing alkylation 2 times. We will get this dialkyl substituted product, which on further hydrolysis, that is acid hydrolysis, we will get this dialkyl acetic acid as the product. Here, if you compare the dialkyl acetic acid with the isobutyric acid structure, this is very much similar, but just we have to replace the alkyl groups with the methyl groups so as to get the isobutyric acid. Yes, in the right corner you see that is the isobutyric acid. When we replace this dialkyl acetic acid by the 2 methyl groups, we will get the isobutyric acid as the product, right? That means we have to take methyl iodide and perform alkylation twice on the acetoacetic ester to get dimethyl acetoacetic ester, which on further hydrolysis we will get the dimethyl acetic acid, which is our isobutyric acid, right? Coming to the second synthetic application, that is how to synthesize the dicarboxylic acids. Not only the carboxylic acids, we can also prepare the dicarboxylic acids from this acetoacetic ester. You can see here, we can synthesize these dicarboxylic acids by treating the carbon anion, that is resonance stabilized carbon anion, which we obtained in the first step by treating the acetoacetic ester with the base, right? This formed carbon anion, upon attacking on this alpha carbon of the chloroester, alpha chloroester, which will undergo nucleophilic substitution on this chloroethyl acetate to give this product, right? In this product it is having two ester groups and as well as one acetone group, that is keto group. This formed compound, that is ester substituted acetoacetic ester, upon acid hydrolysis in presence of concentrated alkali and concentrated acid, we will get this dicarboxylic acid as the main product. This name is succinic acid, right? In this always it is always noted that acetic acid and ethanol are the side products, right? When we hydrolyze this previous obtained product in acid medium, we will get the dicarboxylic acid as the product, which is succinic acid. This is succinic acid. Similarly, we can also synthesize the higher dicarboxylic acids, right? We can also synthesize the higher dicarboxylic acids. How to prepare the higher dicarboxylic acids? When 2 moles of carbon anion of the acetoacetic ester upon alkylation with this dimethylene iodide, we will get this product, right? This product on acid hydrolysis, we will get the higher dicarboxylic acid, that is adipic acid. Yes or no? Yes. Just what we are doing here, in order to get the higher dicarboxylic acids, we are taking 2 moles of carbon anion, which on reacting with the dihalide of dimethylene group, it will undergo dialkylation on 2 carbon anions, right, to give this product. This on further acid hydrolysis, we have in presence of acid hydrolysis, that is concentrated alkali and concentrated acid, upon heating, both the ester groups as well as keto groups will undergo hydrolysis to give this higher dicarboxylic acid as the product. Its name is adipic acid, and here always carboxylic, that is acetic acid and ethanol are the side products, right? In this way we can prepare the higher dicarboxylic acids. And coming to the fourth application, that is to prepare the unsaturated carboxylic acids, especially alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acids. So for that, what we are doing here, we are treating our acetoacetic ester with the aldehyde in presence of base, that is pyridine. Here pyridine is a base. When this active methylene compound, that is acetoacetic ester, treated with aldehyde in presence of base, it undergoes condensation reaction to give this product. This is a named reaction which is known as Neuville reaction, that is condensation of active methylene compounds with the carbonyl compounds in presence of base is called as Neuville reaction. This formed product will undergo acid hydrolysis, that is we have to cleave the ester group as well as keto group, and here the main product is carboxylic acid, this substituted carboxylic acid, that is nothing but our product alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. Yes, Yes, in this way, by treating the active methylene containing astatic ester with the aldehydes in presence of base, it will undergo condensation at active methylene compound by losing water molecule, which will undergo hydrolysis, that is acid hydrolysis, to give carboxylic acid as the main product, which is of alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. This is called crotenoic acid. This is called crotenoic acid. Alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. This compound is called as crotenoic acid. Here, if we replace methyl group with the phenyl group, that is called as cinnamic acid. Right? Those are common names. If methyl group is there, then it is called as crotenoic acid. If phenyl group is there, it is called as cinnamic acid. Right? Coming to the synthesis of ketones. Up to now, we have concentrated on the preparation or the synthesis of carboxylic acids. We know in acid hydrolysis only we will get the carboxylic acid as the main product. In the previous synthesis, we performed the acid hydrolysis on the astatic ester. Whereas to get the keto as the main product, to synthesize the ketones, we have to perform the ketone hydrolysis. You see, when we hydrolyze the monoalkyl astatic esters, when we perform the ketonic hydrolysis on these monoalkyl astatic ester compounds, we will get keto as the main product. Right? Astatic esters, monoalkyl astatic esters, dialkyl astatic esters, upon heating in presence of dilute alkali or dilute acid, they undergo hydrolysis, leading to the formation of ketone. This hydrolysis takes place in two steps. Always in this reaction, carbon dioxide and ethanol are the side products. Since in this hydrolysis, keto is the main product, such hydrolysis we will call it as a ketonic hydrolysis. In order to prepare the ketones, in order to synthesize the ketones from the astatic ester, we have to perform the ketonic hydrolysis. That is, in presence of dilute alkali or in presence of dilute acid, upon heating we will get the ketone as the main product. Here is a question for you: how to prepare the 2-pentanone? For that we need to construct the structure of this 2-pentanone based on IUPAC rules, and we know this is the structure of 2-pentanone. At the second position there is a keto group, that is it is having 5 carbons, that is pent. At second position it is having keto group, therefore it is called as 2-pentanone. Right? This is the structure of 2-pentanone. Right? Now if you look at the previous slide, that is we have performed the ketonic hydrolysis on monoalkyl ketones. Right? We have performed the ketonic hydrolysis on monoalkyl astatic ester to give the keto as the product. And if you compare that final ketone product with our desired 2-pentanone, we have to replace the R group with the ethyl group. Yes or no? Yes. So by doing ethylation at the active carbon on the astatic ester followed by ketonic hydrolysis, we will get the 2-pentanone as the product. Right? Here is another question for you: how to prepare 3-methyl pentanone 2? For that we need to give the structure for this compound. Based on the name, we have to convert it into the structure using IUPAC rules, and this is the structure. That is, in the main chain it is having having keto group. If you look at this, it is having 5 carbons, and these 5 carbons are in the chain. Keto group with second position, methyl group as a substituent at third position. Right? This is the 3-methyl 2-pentanone compound. 3-methyl 2-pentanone compound. By knowing the structure, if you try to compare this, if you try to compare this 3-methyl pentanone 2, which is at the corner right side of the slide, with the dialkyl acetoacetic ester. You see here dialkyl acetoacetic ester. Upon ketonic hydrolysis, we will get this methyl dialkyl ketone as the product, right? Dialkyl substituted methyl ketone, dialkyl substituted methyl acetone as the product. Once again, I am remembering you, the product formed is dialkyl substituted acetone. And if you compare this product with the 3-methyl pentanone 2, we have to replace one alkyl group with the methyl group and another alkyl group with the ethyl group. That means in order to prepare this 3-methyl 2-pentanone from this acetoacetic ester, what we have to do? First, we have to perform the alkylation at the active methylene group. First, we have to do methylation followed by ethylation. We will get methyl ethyl substituted acetoacetic ester, which on ketonic hydrolysis we will get this 3-methyl 2-pentanone as the product. Yes, you got clear idea? Yes, okay. Next we try to summarize what we have just learned about the synthesis based on carbon anion. Especially in this session, if you remember the important points, we have covered the synthetic applications of acetoacetic ester, which is an example of active methylene compound having active methylene group which is flanked on both sides with the two withdrawing groups. One is ketone group, another one is ester group. Right? This is a very most synthetic valuable reagent in synthetic organic chemistry. Right? This is an important tool in the hands of synthetic organic chemists. We use this acetoacetic ester in organic synthesis to prepare variety of carboxylic acids, dicarboxylic acids, higher carboxylic acids, as well we will also prepare ketones, especially methyl ketones from the acetoacetic ester. Why this acetoacetic ester is having such a synthetic importance? Because it is due to the presence of active methylene group. It will easily loses H+ ions and undergo alkylation in presence of base followed by alkyl halide. Similarly, it will also undergo hydrolysis, that is two types of hydrolysis. One is ketonic hydrolysis to give various ketones in presence of dilute alkali and dilute base, and it will also undergo acidic hydrolysis in presence of concentrated base or concentrated acid to give carboxylic acid as the main product. Right? This is what we have covered in this video session. We have also seen certain examples, how to prepare certain examples from the acetoacetic ester. This is what about the synthetic applications of acetoacetic ester. And I think right now you are feeling very comfort with the discussions which we have gone through the video presentation about the synthetic applications of acetoacetic ester, right? And if you have any doubts, please post your doubts or questions, whatever it may be, in the comment section. There your questions will be given, your questions will be answered, right? And in the coming video session we are going to discuss about the preparation, properties and synthetic applications of malonic ester, which is an example of active methylene compound, malonic ester. In this, the active methylene group is attached to two withdrawing groups The two withdrawing groups are esters, right? Finally, thank you for going through the video presentation. Here is a proverb for you: nurture the nature for the future. Thank you.